So obviously we're all suffering from Euro 2020 fever at the moment, but also right now going on at the same time is the Copa America. I know, I don't really follow the Copa America because it normally happens during the middle of the night when, me here in Britain is asleep. So we don't normally get to watch it, but I was having a wee look through the Copa America and something very, very interesting was pointed out as I was working my way through the information. And that was that Lionel Messi has never won the Copa America. The last time Argentina won it was in the 90s, obviously well before Messi was playing for Argentina. And it made me think, can we get Messi to win the Copa America? Yes, hello, welcome on into 11 Sports here for, not the Kelly Boys as it has been for so long, but for Argentina at Copa America 2021. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button for more daily Football Manager content. This is one of the series we're going to be doing. I'll see how long it takes. Hopefully, it could take quite a while if we get all the way. As I was saying in the intro, Argentina and Messi have never won the Copa America as a team together. That doesn't make any sense. The last time Argentina won the Copa America was all the way back in 1993 when it was still held every 2 years. It then changed every 3 years and now it's going to every 4 years. It's a bit crazy. But nonetheless, 1993 was the last time Argentina won it. Messi's never won it, but you can see he's been runner-up. Look, 2004, 2004, 2007, 2015, 2016. He was second place. He was third place in the most recent in 2019. And with how good Lionel Messi is and how good that Argentine side is, surely we can get Messi to win the Copa America. So that is what the intention is of this series. And it's happening at the same time as the Copa America as in real life. So you never know. Maybe Messi will win one with Argentina this year in real life. But hopefully we can do it for Manager 21 before he does. I'll leave a link to the database that I'm using down in the description of this YouTube video, as well as a link to the YouTube page and Twitter page of Dodgee Gamer, who is the person who created this database for the Copa America. He's also made one for Euro 2020. It's not the one I use for my video, my video series with Scotland last week. But he has also made one. He's also made one where he joins the Copa America and the Euros together into one big competition. That looks as if that could be quite interesting if any of you want that. But I'll leave you links, as I say, to his channel and stuff down below, and you can go and check him out. So yes, for anybody who doesn't know what the Copa America is, it's basically the equivalent of the Euros for South America. The 10 main nations in South America play in it. It's pretty difficult to get knocked out in the group stages. We're split into 2 groups of 5. Each team plays each other once in your group. Last place in each group gets knocked out and the top 4 progress to the knockout stages. This year, I'm not sure how they normally do it, but this year they've split it geographically because of COVID, I'm guessing, was the initial thought, because it was meant to be held in Argentina and Colombia, and it's actually, within the last couple of weeks, been moved and it's now been played in Brazil, but they had initially split it into kind of southern teams and northern teams, so that the southern teams would play in Argentina, northern teams would play their games in Colombia. So that's why it's split like this year. But these are the groups. We are in a group alongside Bolivia, Chile, Paraguay and Uruguay. So you'd fancy us to get out that toughest competition. You'd imagine being Uruguay, Chile and possibly Paraguay. And you'd have thought that Bolivia would probably be the team that finishes bottom of our group. And the other group is Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru and Venezuela. Obviously, Brazil and Colombia are the top 2 teams in that one. Hopefully we can avoid them until the later stages of the knockout stages of this Copa America. But yeah, that is the Copa America for anyone who doesn't know. So this series will be us playing in a group stage game the first couple of episodes, and then hopefully knockout game after that, and it'll be a nice win for us for the Copa America and for Messi. His first piece of international silverware of proper importance. He's not won a Copa America, he's not won a World Cup. So hopefully we can get Messi his first international competition win. We are allowed a squad of 23, and this is a squad that I have selected. I'm going to work my way through all the players, tell you a little bit about them in preparation for this series. We have 3 goalkeepers in the squad, as typically is the case in international competitions, and I'm going to start Emiliano Martinez, Emi Martinez, the former Arsenal man who's now at Aston Villa. None of the goalkeepers for Argentina are particularly amazing. Comparatively in terms of star rating, because there's a certain Lionel Messi in the team, so he kind of puts the 5-star quite high up to be a 5-star player in this team. But yeah, Martinez here is probably going to be our first choice keeper. And his backups are going to be Franco Armani from River. He has never come over to Europe, so he's played all his football in South America. Has 11 caps, it says here. I'm not sure how many of them might have been in the kind of year that this game simulated, how many are in real life. But yeah, he's going to be one of our backup keepers. Another one is a player who some of you will probably know is Jeremino Rulli. He's a player for Villarreal, having went from Real Sociedad. He played in the Europa League this year against Arsenal and against Man United. So you'll probably know who he is, but he's not going to be our first choice keeper. I'm going to go with Emi Martinez. At the back, a name that a lot of you will remember is Nicolas Otamendi. He's currently playing with Benfica, but he was at Man City for quite some time. He's also been at Porto, Valencia, things like that. But yeah, you'll probably know from his time at Man City. He'll be one of our centre-backs. And he'll probably be partnered by Christian Romero. He's currently at Juventus. £23 million they paid for him. But he's on a loan at Atalanta for this season. He looks as if he could turn into quite a good wee player here, but he's probably going to partner Otamendi at the back. His 2 caps have been in the 2 friendlies that I played before the competition started, so he hasn't actually been capped in this game before I took him, but he looks solid. And another option at centre-back is going to be Fiorentina's German Pizzella, 29-year-old centre-back. Again, looks a very well-rounded player. He was at Betis before he went to Fiorentina. He looks to be a bit of a mainstay in their side. Another option who can play centre-back, but I'm probably going to be playing him at right-back, is Foyth here. Remember, he plays at Tottenham, out on loan at Villarreal this year, and he played at right-back for Villarreal in the Europa League games that I watched. Didn't really get much game time at Tottenham, but he was good at Villarreal, and he's going to be our first choice right-back for us. A backup on that right-hand side is going to be Gonzalo Montiel, much more of a wing-back and full-back than Foyth is. Foyth's a more kind of centre-back who's pushed out to right-back. You see, Montiel's been at River his whole career. On the left-hand side, we're going to have Ajax's Nicolas Tagliafico. He's going to be acting as a wing-back on that left-hand side. A very attacking full-back. He's very good going forwards. So hopefully he does a good job. He's been at Ajax for a few years now. I must say, when I have watched him play, I thought he's been fairly decent. And he will be backed up by Marcus Acuna. He says he's a left back, left mid, left winger. He can play right up that left-hand side. Very attacking. He's currently playing for Sevilla in this game, having been at Sporting before that. Yeah, another good option on the left-hand side with a solid backup behind Tagliafico. We've got kind of 4 or 5 central midfield options in the squad I've selected. The first one being Leandro Paredes from Paris Saint-Germain. A very well-rounded player, looks very good indeed. 26 years of age. Yeah, he was at Zenit after being at Roma and now at PSG. He's probably not a starter at PSG when you think about all the quality they have, but he is a good player. And he's probably going to be partnered by Ezequiel Palacios, who plays at Bayer Leverkusen here. Went there from River for £15 million last season. Looks a good midfield player to say. He'll partner Paredes in the midfield. And they'll be backed up by Guido Rodriguez here, who's a defensive midfielder and central midfielder, currently playing at Betis, having come in from Mexican side America. I'm to be honest, a lot of these players I don't know much about, but he is going to be one of our backup centre midfielders. One player who I do know a little bit more about is Giovanni Lo Celso. He plays with Tottenham, obviously, at the moment, having come in from Betis, and he had been at PSG before that. Can play in midfield or slightly further forward if need be. Nice, well-rounded player. Probably not going to be a starter for me, but good squad player. And the last kind of central midfield option we have is Rodrigo De Paul, who's playing for Udinese and has for quite some time there in Serie A. Nice, well-rounded midfielder, can play centre mid, attacking mid on the wings if need be. Can also play up front, actually, if he needed to. 28 caps, it says here, for Argentina. I'll be around that as he has in real life, so quite an important member of their squad, I imagine. And he'll hopefully be a good member of ours coming off the bench. Now, Argentina is blessed with quite a lot of attacking talent, as you will see from these last kind of 7 or 8 names. Angel Di Maria is the first one we'll talk about, currently with PSG, but you'll know him from Real Madrid and Man United as well. Didn't really work out at Man United, but he's been doing well for PSG and he's done well for Argentina, over 100 caps and over 20 goals. And he can play on either wing or in behind the striker or in midfield. He's a well-rounded player, kind of sitting in behind the strikers. Another very impressive winger is Lucas Ocampos, plays for Sevilla, had played for Monaco and Marseille before that. Bombs up and down the wing. He can also play up front if he really has to, but I'd probably use him as a winger if I was going to be using him. Angel Correa here from Atletico Madrid has become quite an important part of Madrid's side since he signed for them from San Lorenzo about 5-6 years ago now. He can play on the wings and behind the striker as a striker. Very versatile player. It'd be very important to come off the bench and play in a whole variety of positions for us. And the reason I say Correa will be coming off the bench is because the next 5 players who you'll see, he's not going to get to start because there's so many good striking talents. The first one here is Lionel Messi. The whole point of this series is trying to get Messi to win a Copa America, and hopefully we can get that to happen. You can see, I don't need to talk about Messi. You know how good he is. Nearly 150 caps, nearly 100 goals for Argentina. Outstanding player. Another player who I probably don't even have to talk about is Sergio Aguero, currently at Man City. He's actually moved from Man City, obviously. In real life, he'll be joining Barcelona to partner Messi up front there. He's pretty good. Again, over 100 caps, over 50 goals for Aguero for Argentina. Very good servant. He'll be a very, very important member of this side, you imagine, should we win the Copa America. Another really good striker is Dybala. He can also play behind the striker or on the wing as well. Dybala playing for Juventus at the moment. He came in from Palermo to Juventus and he scored quite a few goals for them. Doing well alongside Ronaldo at club level and having to play with Messi at international level. And someone who's a very, very good emerging talent is Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan. He went there a couple of seasons ago now. He started scoring goals for fun, having come in from Racing Club. And there's lots of, I was going to say big clubs. I mean, Inter have just won Serie A. So, I mean, you can't exactly say they're not a big club. There's a lot of Premier League clubs and PSG and teams like that looking at him. And I imagine he might get a big money move very soon. It shows you when you see a player of this quality that he's not even my first choice striker. That it shows you how good the attacking options are here at Argentina. And the final player to join this squad of 23 is Mauro Icardi, currently playing with PSG, having went there from Inter Milan. Again, another solid striker as a backup option. I mean, he'd be a first choice striker for most teams in the world, but he's about 4th or 5th choice for Argentina. Yeah, another option to come off the bench. It shows you how good the striking options are when I've not even brought Higuain with me. Obviously, Carlos Tevez is old now, but there's so many attacking options that have been in this Argentina side. It was actually quite hard to pick a squad that had them all in it, because if you pick too many strikers, you weren't going to have enough depth in midfield and defence. And to be honest, I don't really have a lot of depth in midfield and defence because there is about 8 strikers I've picked in the squad. But I felt as if I couldn't leave some of them out. And this is the formation we're going to go with for our Copa America campaign. It's a 4-2-1-3. Messi acts as a false line and Aguero a deep line forward though, so hopefully they'll drop back and make it almost like a 4-2-3-1. But I just had so many good strikers that I felt as if I had to play a lot of them. You can see very much from the role abilities and the star ratings on that right hand side, it's very much 5-4 and 5-star in the attacking areas, defence not quite as good. So I just decided if we just score hundreds of goals, even if we concede hundreds, we should hopefully still win. So as I was talking through with the squad, Martinez is going to be the keeper. We're going to have Romero and Otamendi both as ball-playing defenders. Foyt is going to play as a no-nonsense fullback, so he should just sit deep, almost act like a 3 at the back, because Tagliafico is going to bomb on the left-hand side. Palacios and Paredes sitting there as a ball winner in a box-to-box in midfield, so hopefully fairly solid. Di Maria just ahead of them as an attacking midfielder who can kind of roam about as he needs. Messi's going to act as a false 9 on the right-hand side, so he'll drop back into that space. Obviously, Foyt's not going to overlap, so he'll have lots of space to himself over there. Hopefully can kind of work with Di Maria on that side as well. Aguero acts as a deep line forward and Dybala up front as an advanced forward. I mean, when you've got players like Icardi and Martinez who can come on for any of those 3 up front, Correa as well, you know, Lo Celso in the middle, there's a lot of talent in this side, and hopefully it can be shown during our Copa America campaign. One last thing to show you before we finish off this introductory episode, though, is our 3 friendlies. I played some friendlies before the Copa America just to freshen the squad up, see how we play. It turns out we scored lots and lots of goals. In 3 games, we managed to score 16 goals. So this could be a very, very exciting series to watch should that continue. We beat Mexico 4-1 in the first game. Messi with 2, Dybala with 1 and Di Maria with 1. And the second game would be Ecuador 6-1. Palacios got a goal for us. Messi got 1. Correa got 1 and 2 for Aguero alongside an Antonio Valencia on goal. And against Colombia, Messi got 2. Another own goal. Martinez, Aguero and Dybala. Yeah, there's going to be goals in this series. So as you can see from the fixtures in front of you, our 4 group games are Chile, then Paraguay, and then Uruguay, and then Bolivia. So the next episode will be the games up against Chile and Paraguay, and then the second episode will be the games against Uruguay and Bolivia. And then after that, hopefully, it will be the knockout stages, and we'll get all the way to the final and we'll win. That's the hope anyway. So the first 2 games, I say in the next episode, are Chile and Paraguay. So if you have enjoyed this introductory episode, if you're looking forward to this little mini series, then do please leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below to see how you think we'll get on, and maybe how many goals do we think Messi is going to score in this competition. Bear in mind, in the friendlies, he's already scored 5 in 3 games. So how many do you think he's going to get in the rest of it? And until the next episode where we play against Chile and Paraguay, we'll see you then.